Mr. Strickland? Mr. Strickland, can you hear me?
I don't need the attorney.
This is the judge.
Okay, Mr. Strickland,
Open the door.
can you hear me?
Can you hear
Oh,
him?
you don't want to hear me?
Sir, can you hear him?
What?
Mr. Strickland, this is
All right.
Magistrate William Burden. Good morning. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Do you want to speak with an attorney?
Take a guess at what defense the genius known as Mr. Strickland is going to use.
Who are you speaking with? The flesh and blood man with a name? Because that's what I'm trying to find out right now, Judge.
And here we go again. And let's see how long he can waste the court's time before the judge does what he should have done at around this point.
Who are you speaking with? Who are you speaking with? The name, entity, or the flesh and blood?
I'm speaking to the person that's talking to me right now.
Oh God, and even better for Mr. Strickland, it's a bad connection.
I am executive of the name entity. That's who you're talking to right now. Do you understand? I am the executor of the name entity. I demand to be released on my own recognizance. I have right here, Judge.
Something I used to wipe my bum with.
See this, Judge? And then I also have a UCC1 in the name entity. So y'all trying to run a lien on the name, that's illegal. Who are you trying to conversate with? The name entity or the flesh and blood man?
You tell
I demand
me.
to be released on my own recognizance. I have a UCC1 here. I've laid claim to the name entity through the Secretary of State and the federal government. Here it is right here, the Secretary of State, just
Okay. Sir?
it's right here, Lincoln. To the flesh and
Sir?
blood man or the name entity.
Sir?
I'm trying to ask.
Sir, whether I'm talking to the flesh and blood or name entity, I'm talking to both of y'all at the same time. Do either of you want to speak to an attorney?
No, sir.
Okay.
And I don't consent to an attorney. I don't consent to be in no hearing.
Sir, I just asked you one question. I just need one answer.
And I don't consent.
Okay, I know that.
So who are you
Okay.
speaking with? The flesh and blood man or the name entity?
I'm speaking to both of y'all. I'm speaking to both of y'all at the same time. How about that?
You can't.
Now, Sir, I know you want me to release you.
Here it
Are
is.
you gonna let me talk?
Here. You
Are
see
you
it?
gonna let me talk?
And this is the problem. By the judge allowing him to interrupt the proceedings, he is allowing Mr. Strickland, the genius, to believe in his goldfish-like brain that his goldfish-like tactic is working.
Sir,
Sir?
are you gonna let me talk? I got some questions for you.
I'm here without consent.
Put the paperwork down,
Don't
sir.
consent to this.
I know you don't consent to this. You want the court to release you, is that correct?
Yeah.
Want to release you, the entity, or the person in the flesh? Which one?
Flesh and blood man. I own the entity, so it's going to be released anyway.
All right, now.
For UCC1. Everything.
If you don't, when I talk, you listen. If you don't want to talk to an attorney and you don't want to be arraigned today, we're going to put you over to tomorrow. You understand that?
But we already been through this. I am the executive of the account.
Okay. Have a good day, sir.
Okay.
All right.
Who are you speaking with?
A goldfish. Welcome to my channel.
The Emperor is not as forgiving as I am.
Are you the same Mayor Lissa Janelle Bell who was placed on community supervision for the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1, 1 gram to 4 grams on December 1st, 2022 for a period of 4 years? Is that you? Yes, ma'am. All right, state.
Violation of condition number 4. In Bear County, Texas, the defendant, Marlissa Janelle Bell, the then and there failed to report the supervision officer as directed for the month of June 2024 in violation of condition number 4. Violation of condition number 16, on or about the 19th day of July 2024 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Marlisa Janelle Bell, did then and there contact or attempt to contact Jacob Ziegler in person in violation of condition number 16.
The court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you to 4 years in the prison?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You understand that
just-
if,
Well, I'm sorry,
yes,
just for the courts, if the court hasn't noticed, she is 7 months pregnant, so that's kind of why she's she's here,
I'm here.
but just tired of this.
oh, well, I noticed, yeah, I noticed she's in yellow.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you do understand if you have some sort of proposed agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow that agreement. Do you understand?
Me?
Yes. Do you
Yes, ma'am.
understand I can revoke you and send you to prison for 4 years?
Yes, ma'am. I
Do you
understand.
understand that the fact that you're currently pregnant plays no role in that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. State, what are you requesting?
It's requesting revocation.
Defense, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, we're asking the court to we're asking the court to continue her on her probation. She does have some new cases that she was charged with in Comal County. However, she is on PR bond for those because they were not indicted in the proper amount of time. And also, without getting into the facts of those, but she was in the car with someone else. And it's my understanding in my conversations with her that they're making verification of that and that they may or may not be proceeding with that, judge, but I do not want to represent to the court that I anticipate them being dismissed because I simply cannot say that at this time. Would that be accurate?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but but we are asking the court to take, given that she did so well on the first year of this probation, if the court looks at her MTR, she didn't have any failed tests. She did successfully complete her her intensive outpatient treatment. She has that certificate. We verified that with probation. She's also expressed a willingness to me that she would like to possibly get some additional treatment. But given her condition, it's my understanding that at this time, she wouldn't be accepted into safety or one of those at this time. And so what we're asking the court at this time to do is to continue her and to possibly follow up with her sometime around February to see where they stand with the cases in Comal. She did plead true to not reporting in June, which is true. She did not report in June. But again, she kind of fell off the wagon and also made contact with the gentleman that she was ordered not to make contact with. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And that kind of fell, but that also seems to have resulted in a pregnancy. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh my God, it just gets worse. I thought Boyd going to destroy her for getting pregnant while her life was a waste of living. But now we know that this winner of a mother chose a criminal that she was under condition of law to not have any contact with to help breed her offspring. I believe the saying, lose their shit, is what Vader is about to do.
So we're leaving ourselves to the mercy of the court.
Oh, trust me, sweetheart. Vader's mercy is a-comin'.
But she is a motivated probationer. She did fall off the wagon. Where she's been since May is in the Comal County Jail. There was a warrant put out by this court. They brought her over here. And so we're asking the court to give consideration to continuing her on her probation. In the absence of that, we would ask the court to consider adjudicating her and continuing on her probation.
All right.
But we are leaving it to the court.
All right. Any objection to the court reviewing the court summary?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Do you want to raise your right hand for me? All right. You can lower your hand.
Here comes that mercy.
So the court ordered that you have no contact with Jacob Ziegler. Why are you having contact with him?
He reached out to me.
I'm sorry, what?
He reached out to me, and I shouldn't have put everything. And I'm sorry.
No. There's no need to apologize. So he reached out to you and you knew you were looking at 4 years prison time, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you did a weighing of you did a balancing test and you said, I can't have contact with Jacob Ziegler. And if I do, I'm looking at 4 years in prison, but he's worth it. And then according to the court summary, Your brother-in-law is taking care, I guess your brother-in-law and his wife are taking care of two of your children. Is that correct?
My brother-in-law, no, it's my aunt.
Oh, okay. So your aunt is taking care of two of your children.
Three, I have three.
Three?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have three children. You're not taking care of them,
Not them, but I have had them. I had them the whole time I was on probation.
but you know, because it says here, on July 17th, the field team conducted a field visit and spoke to Miss Bell's brother-in-law, who stated they had not seen or heard from Miss Bell in over 2 months and had been trying to locate her with no success.
And it just keeps getting better.
Mrs. Bell's brother-in-law also stated that they had been caring for Mrs. Bell's two children since she left the home.
Hey, I'm confused on who my brother-in-law is.
Okay.
The name is there.
No, the name is not there. But suffice it to say, they've been looking for you for 2 months. So for 2 months, if your children were depending on you to provide them with food so they can live, they would have just starved to death.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
You know what's so cool about this picture? It's that the person deciding the fate of the person standing in front of them is having a milkshake while they decide. It's gold.
When I fell off, I called my aunt and I let her know. They've been taking care of them.
You call your aunt and let her know, I'm going to go be with this Jacob person because he reached out to me.
No, I let her know that I messed up and that I did drugs and I was scared and that I didn't want to be around my children that way.
All right. So basically what that means is financially, you were not supporting your children. And if your children were dependent upon you to live, they would not have survived because you're not providing them support. You're just making all of these bad decisions and somebody else is paying for your bad decisions. They're supporting your children. Now you went off with this Jacob person that there was supposed to be no contact with. And the only thing that you've come back with is pregnant with his child. And for the court to say that you to have no contact with him, obviously he was not a good person to be in your life.
You're right.
All right. So the court is finding violations 4 and 6 true. The court is going to grant the motion, revoke you, and the court is going to sentence you to 4 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with Jacob, and there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. I'll recommend the therapeutic community for her. All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Everybody wants little babies when they're born because they're so cute. So you had better reach out to your family because Child Protective Services is going to come knocking at the prison. So unless you have someone,
My aunt's taking care of my kids.
all right, so you need to let your aunt know and counsel if you can get in contact with her aunt because time when that baby is delivered, she needs to have somebody there that's been pre-approved by Child Protective Services to take the child. All right, good luck to you.
You know, the saddest part of this whole thing is that we will never understand or even get to know what flavor that milkshake was. Welcome to my channel.